I'm Spencer Dinwiddie of the Brooklyn Nets, and you're watching 2K TV.
Right now on 2K TV, we have the Brooklyn Nets' Spencer Dinwiddie. Then, we're kicking off a new twist on your 2K TV My Team lineups and featuring a My Career community member. Then, your top play.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson.
We are live from Amway Center for and we've got time for a quick pregame report with that.
Well, guys, Kristaps Porzingis has drawn comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki.
And Porzingis, DA, a good 3 inches taller than Dirk. He's a very unique talent for sure. Doris, we've already had a few surprises this season. Some teams really exceeding expectations. Others, they've kind of gone the other way. What's your take?
You know, it's always a little bit early to tell exactly what kind of team you're going to have because we've seen this historically. A team races out to maybe a 7-1 start or a 10-1 start, and yet perhaps they come back to the field. The teams that are the youngest seem to have the steepest learning curve. So where are the lottery picks and what impact are those guys having?
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Porzingis. Young is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Jahlil Okafor. Outside Hardaway. He kicks to Young. Pulls from the top of the key. No good off the front iron. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. Teardrop shot. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by AI.
And just like that, first lead of the game.
Well, this is how you want to get out of the gate. Set the tempo. Perfect way to open this up.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Bamba. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And really, when Bamba has this positioning, you got to get it to him. He's a very reliable scorer from there.
Down low, Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
Here's Sue. That shot, no good. And New York will come the other way. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job at penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task.
It's good. Jones has got his second basket of the night.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close-range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
Now here's Porzingis. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans.
You know, he was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
Here's Okafor. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Okafor's got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Top of the key. And it's AI missing.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
Defended by Jones. Pass to Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Young, right side.
That's great use of size and length. Tough down low when guys are battling for that board.
Jones, and he makes good on the layup. Jones has got 6 points.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Greg, the defense better start to disrupt his rhythm, or it's going to be an awfully long night for them.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Doris, you were the first female commentator to ever call a Knicks game on radio or television, and I imagine you remember that first broadcast very well.
I sure do, Kevin. It was against the Bucks. I filled in for the great Clyde Frazier, and the Knicks had just made it to the finals the year before. So it was exciting on a number of levels. Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
And Young kicks to Porzingis. Rebound by the Magic. Here's Sue. That's tipped, and they get it back. Nice D from Porzingis.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive. Well, what a terrific option he is for them. Really puts a ton of stress on an opponent.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
How effortless is a dunk for Aaron Gordon? He's ready for takeoff, gentlemen.
Knicks trail by 4. Young passes to Okafor. Here's Porzingis. Plays it up and banks it in.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. Sinks the three-pointer.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
New York's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Back to Young. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
AI passes to Bamba. AI outside. Feeds it to Bamba. Okafor with the steal. Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the night.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Jones dishes to AI. Bamba passes to Little. AI outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Jones. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Now, here is Young. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Here's Sue. Offensive rebound. Gordon kicks to AI. Good defensive work there by Young.
Frozen. The guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Stolen by Bamba. One-on-one here. Here's Jones.
Who's watching here?
Out to AI. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Young, right side. Makes it off the glass. Young's got 6 points.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. And straight isolation basketball, Doris, something we used to see a lot more of. But for a guy like James Harden or Steph Curry, that's still a very viable option.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, if you've got the likes of LeBron James or Kevin Durant or Chris Paul, guys who are able to create their own offense, to me, you want to take advantage of that skill set. It's about what your personnel strengths are. So can you surround a great creator with the shooters necessary? Because if you do, all of a sudden as a defense, there's a price to pay if you're going to help off, right? Because somewhere, some way, the best offensive talent is going to showcase its skill.
Robinson misses.
And look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play. He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
To the inside, and the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. 6 points for him.
Well, he has such a great feel for what the defense is conceding, and Kristaps Porzingis makes a nice play on the inside.
These are the teams that have been really dominant in the paint so far this season. Number one, the Magic.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
Orlando shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Riders checked in for Porzingis. Now here's Henderson. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
The Magic leading by 4. To the middle. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And stolen by AI. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he's got his first free throw of the game. No good on that one. He hits the second from the line.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
Pass to Ryder. Here is Lynch. Henderson with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 5 to shoot. And no good that time. Orlando's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And now it's a double-digit lead. And the Magic lead by 10.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Lakic, he's guarded by AI, and the basket is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Inside, stolen by Robinson. To the paint. And that one's good by Henderson.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
To the middle. Parker, the pass to AI. To the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Hart kicks to AI. Fires for 3. The Magic get another chance here. To the paint. Here's Robbins. A second chance effort, and he sinks the layup. He's got 6.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Now here's Henderson. He's guarded closely. To the inside. Robinson goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Robbins. There's the 3. Another 3 that time. A beautiful shot from AI. AI's got 10 points.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
It's hauled in by Leaf.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
Banked in off the glass. And now an 11-point Orlando lead.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Lakic. Offensive rebound. Got a piece of it. And stolen by AI. To the middle. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Here's Ryder. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And he's still scoreless in the quarter. They might need to go to a plan B to help him get his confidence.
Shot to stop the run, and they pick up two.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Yes, you love that they're not settling for anything outside the paint. Excellent work getting right to the tin.
Leaf. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And the shot goes in.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
I'll tell you, Greg, his passing has been absolutely outstanding. He is threading the needle right now.
And an overpowering first quarter effort, already a double-digit advantage. Magic out in front. They lead by 13. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
It was huge, no doubt, and it seems like they simply can't miss from downtown.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. They've got Robinson, and it's Ryder in at power forward. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Warriors was superb. He finished with 45 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
I think that's the kind of game that carries over, and he'll have every chance to do it because I've got to believe he's their number one option.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession, and Orlando making a change. Off the inbound. Second chance shot. Lakic. And finally they hit one.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Magic leading by 13. AI passes to Leaf. Here's Hart. Dishes it to AI. Now the pass to Leaf. And it's blocked. To the left wing. Lakic. He's guarded by AI. From deep. Orlando grabs the miss.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Leaf, no good.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
AI kicks to Leaf. Here's Little. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Henderson passes to Ryder. Down low, Lakic, and the layup is good. 6 points for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Orlando leading by 12. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Inside, Lakic. Second chance effort. Ryder, good. Ryder's got 4 points this quarter.
He doesn't let that possession go to waste, Kev. He's going to feed on those second chance opportunities. Boy, that's pretty work.
Robbins, guarded by Robinson. AI kicks to Leaf. Back to AI. Clock at 4. Takes the 3. Hart, no good.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers. And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
He started the game scorching the Nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second.
Kept alive.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Magic leading by 6. AI outside. Passes it to Little. Back to AI. Just 5 on the clock. Little passes to AI. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And here are the Knicks. They're on a 14-3 run right now. Pass to Ryder. Down low. Lakic. Rebound by the Magic. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And how about the effort that they put forth in that game, playing just lockdown D?
Well, you know what they say, defense wins championships, and they made a huge effort to shut them down.
And that does it for the first half of play. Magic. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Really an incredible game from AI.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change, he's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Magic, Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Then it's AI. Then it's Jones. And it's Little in at the shooting guard.
And the touch Young has from beyond the arc, he is almost unguardable from there.
AI passes to Little. AI in the post, defended by Young. AI outside. Jones from outside. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for the Magic.
And their guards have been the ones to really set the tone here tonight with their ability to create shots. You talk about the big fellas. They love to play with guards who try to keep them involved offensively.
That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Okafor.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now, here's Bamba. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, and even though Bamba's going to have to add muscle, he's strong enough to power that one through the contact.
Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but Doris, not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this can take the shape of a lot of different things. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of every best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room.
Here's Young. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Pretty obvious Young believes in his ability. A fearless shooter who also does a good job at orchestrating the offense.
And so he hits both.
Boy, he's just been so consistent, right? I mean, every time he's gotten to the stripe, he's delivered. This is great stuff.
The Magic again can't hit.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Now, here is Young. 14 points for him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
You know, when talking about the pressure Young puts on a defense, I'm not sure the word relentless is strong enough.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. AI passes to Little. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 9.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Young outside. Goes up again. And no good. And Orlando will come the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive rules have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much.
I'll tell you, he's doing everything scoring-wise this period to try to keep them in it.
Orlando leading by 4. AI passes to Bamba. Jones looking for an opening. The pass to Little. Gordon kicks to AI. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Okafor with the steal. Defended by Jones. The shot from the low post is good. Now just a 2-point Orlando lead. The Magic have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. To the right side. AI in the post. He's against Young. Down low. Here's Hugh. Kicks to Gordon. Shot clock at 3. Okafor grabs the miss. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Young.
Boy, bodying up there, making sure to get position. That's really nice rebounding technique.
Okafor gets the bucket.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
AI dishes to Bamba. Gordon against Porzingis. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by AI. And it's 6 points for Aaron Gordon. New York calls timeout. Let's quickly now take a peek at the league leaders in blocks. Mohamed Bamba, 4th.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
And so Young will bring it up for the Knicks. Trailing by 2. Charity stripe shot. Not enough on that one as it misses. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge or at least contest the shot.
Now, here's AI. After the miss from Trae Young. Shoots it up. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Now the feed to Young. Count that one. Young's got 14 points here in the second half.
You know, improving on certain aspects of his game, it's crucial Young continues to knock down these tough interior shots.
Now, here's Bamba. He's got 11. AI passes to Ojale. AI in the post, defended by Young. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
For Orlando, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. Knicks trail by 5. Passes to Lynch. They swipe it. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Ojale. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
The Knicks have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. AI outside. Here's Hart. Lynch defending. AI passes to Barker. 6 to shoot. The 3. It's rebounded by Ryder. Ryder's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Henderson. In the corner, it's Robinson. Lakic. But they'll get another chance.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. To the inside, Ojale, and he jams it with authority.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Here's Ryder. He's got 8. Back to Henderson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Henderson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, he gets into terrific post position. The entry feed is right where it needs to be.
Out to AI. It's deflected. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Ryder's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Lakic, and he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting for that for a while. Now just a 1-point Magic lead. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul. And the Magic making a change here. On the court for the Knicks, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Young. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Jahlil Okafor. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
You know, Kev, I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
And the second chance effort by Gordon. And the Magic lead by 5.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Okafor. Rebound by the Magic. Bamba's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
The pass to Hardaway. It's Young on the wing, just 5 on the clock. To the middle. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Now, here's AI, defended by Young. And the foul called on Porzingis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Magic leading by 3. To the paint. Here's Gordon. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Young finds Hardaway. Now Okafor knocks it loose. Young right side over AI. And Young with the basket on the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one. The Magic have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Bamba passes to Little. Orlando moving the ball around. AI up top, defended by Young. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 14-5 run. Shrugs off the contact and dunks it. He'll go to the free throw line.
And they have scraped and clawed to get back into this thing, just chipping away little by little and finally now taking the lead.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. AI dishes to Bamba. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Both good from the line that time.
The raw talent Bamba has, just so impressive. A shot blocking specialist who also makes an impact on the offensive end.
Orlando with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Gordon the pass to Little. He kicks to AI. The dish now to Bamba. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 5. And that one's good. AI.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Knicks trail by 3. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Young. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
AI passes to Bamba. Defended by Jones. Kicks it to Okafor. Pass to Hardaway. The 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. Here's Jones. And he banks in the layup. Jones has got 19 points.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now here's Porzingis. He feeds it to Hardaway. Young outside.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
AI dishes to Gordon. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Now it's a 5-point Magic lead. Now here is Young. He's guarded by AI. On the wing, Hardaway. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ring shot on the way. Misses off the right iron. Orlando leading by 5. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
On defense, New York. Here's Hugh. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Knicks trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Young. They can't stop the run with that one.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Little passes to AI. And too long on the shot. For New York, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. And the Knicks miss again. Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Got that one up quick. Jones has got 21.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Young kicks to Porzingis. Hardaway for 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage a look as you can really get.
Now here is Hardaway. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Here's Gordon, and he drops it in from the low post.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
Tipped away. Down low, Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis, you know, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers.
And so he hits both. The thing about Porzingis, interesting guy beyond just basketball.
No doubt, Kev. I mean, here's a man who speaks 3 languages. He had a Carmelo Anthony jersey as a kid. He had a couple of Latvian rap songs written about him, and the guy's just getting started.
AI dishes to Jones. Little passes to AI. Magic moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Bamba. 20 feet out. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Shots good from Young.
After hitting only 1 from downtown in the first half, he's exploded with 3 since.
AI passes to Bamba, and he gets it to go. Bamba's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
New York calls timeout.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And his play at the point has been nothing short of outstanding here tonight, Kevin. I've lost track of the number of assists he's made. That's a player who understands how to create a potent, balanced attack.
He's had the fans behind him tonight, and that's really been a key for him. Once he got going, they sensed it could be a special night every time he touched the ball. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Knicks trail by 9. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. 2 points. That one goes. 18 points for AI.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go at taller defenders, and he shows he has what it takes to get it done.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 1:24 left in the 4th quarter. Back to AI. Good defensive work there by Young. And so Young will bring it up for the New York Knicks. 9-point game. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Shot from 12. It's deflected. AI dishes to Gordon. The Knicks pull it in. There's 53 seconds left in the 4th. And stolen by AI. Pass to Bamba. Back to AI. Yep, that one goes. And the Magic lead by 11.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint. And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. That's tipped. Here's Hugh. Misses the shot. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean,
So I got this full-size basketball court in my spot, right? And, you know, come over, you know, we can shoot around, play a game, whatever you want, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, anytime.
Yeah.
Yo, V, that Reefs Plus money come in yet?
Yeah, it came in last night. Here you go.
Sweet. Thanks.
Welcome to 2K TV, Spencer. I'm so glad to have you on. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
You were a final.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching
Yo, good luck out there.
The Magic are out of Orlando and into this interconference game. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer on our sideline, David Aldridge, and our very special guest, Hall of Famer to be. One of the greats ever to step on the pro hardwood, the one, the only Kevin Garnett. KG, it is great to have you with us.
K-Hall, it's always great to see you, man.
You look at the Timberwolves. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
And I think for the Timberwolves, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got very little margin for error the rest of the way.
A look at the Magic starting group. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Thomas is out there with AI. And it's Jones in at the small forward position.
Tell you what, guys, there's no way you're stopping Dunn when he's that close to the hoop.
Here's Orlando now. Kevin, you think about the work that goes into being an elite player. Describe that. What did you try to accomplish?
What are you going to do in these positions right here? When they trap you, how are you going to get the ball out? When you're not trapped, when you're one-on-one, what are the moves you're working on down here? Okay, on the right block. Okay, what about the left block? What about the top of the key? You get an ISO top of the key, what are you going to do? 5 seconds, what are you going to do? So you have to invest in yourself. After you get done with that, that's probably 45 minutes to an hour. You go in, you shower, you get done with that, take you behind home, sit, you rest. Now you, obviously, as a person, you're living as a human being, your everyday life. But, yeah, it's a lot.
Sounds exhausting.
It is, but it is a cycle that you are able to create for yourself. And once you you're in it, and it turns over like an every day. You know, this is what you do every day, sort of like a routine. And once you get that routine, it is what it is. And I was able to keep a routine for 21 years.
Amazing.
Amazing. And you know what?
21 years.
21 years, I added things onto my routine. But if you ask anybody to play with me, they see my routine. I did my routine every day. Never missed a day of not doing my routine.
AI kicks to Bamba. Lock at 6. Thomas passes to AI. Orlando needs to get off a shot. They get it back. Bamba's shot is off.
They're cold so far, only 1 for 5 to begin this one.
Pass to Dunn. Back to Wiggins. Tries it from 9. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
There's the pass to Thomas. AI outside. Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gordon's got his first points in this one.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Boy, like his intensity, Greg. He's not afraid to take it straight to the rack on the bigger defender. Right at it.
Now, here's Butler. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. Here's Thomas. It's deflected. The second effort. And the layup is up and in. Thomas got his second bucket of the night.
Thomas just absolutely fearless. I mean, does not back down at all. Comfortable shooting against the big trees.
Outside, Towns. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
For Karl Anthony Towns, Kevin, the opportunity to learn about the game as a teammate of yours, how impressed by him were you as you're watching him taking baby steps in this league?
I watched firsthand, to see his potential. The first thing I love about him, I love his bones about him. I love how he thinks. I love his perception when it comes to the game. You got to approach this game to come in to dominate, to be a presence from day one. Coming in, stepping on. If not, you're being stepped on. His work ethic is impeccable. I love how he goes. He doesn't just go through the motions. He does it with velocity. He looks to be better. He watches film on himself, which is very important. He understands X's and O's. He can pass out of defenses. He's a willing passer. The things I always work on him with is counters. He wants to meet potatoes. He wants to go. You got to have counters these days. He's gotten better with that. He stretched his game out to the three ball to be consistent.
I see your fingerprints all over him.
Man, listen, I can't take any credit for any of that. But I like to think that I've been an impression to him to where I've given him the lookbook. If you follow these things right here, and these things right here can happen, possibly. Potentially, what's hard to teach with young guys is appetite. I didn't have to teach this with him. This kid has an unbelievable appetite in him.
Big hunger.
And I'm super hungry, and I love it, man. It's like looking in the mirror at a younger version with hair. This is my DNA. It's like looking in the mirror.
And here is Dunn after Isaiah Thomas made that last three-pointer. Butler kicks to Labissiere. Butler passes to Towns. Over Bamba. And, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Towns has got his first points of the night.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Orlando.
And Labissiere sends it back.
Love how aggressive Labissiere is on defense. I mean, using that wide frame and long reach to turn back shots.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Timberwolves trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To the inside, Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Towns has got his second bucket of the game to go. Kevin, you did the unusual. Your senior year in high school, you transferred not just to another city, but to another state where you were named the high school player of the year across the country. Tell us a bit about the importance of that personally and playing-wise to you.
Well, going to a new place, I wanted to establish myself in a big city like Chicago, coming from a small place like South Carolina. It was a shock at first. And what I mean by shock, I just never estimated that many good players being in one central area. Chicago has tons of talent that's unheard of. And all I wanted to do is just have a presence there. And it was a bit of a task, but, slowly but surely I gave myself short goals. To be number one is always a goal of mine, but more importantly, to be established, for everybody to know that, this is Kevin Garnett. This is who he is. This is what he's about. And, I used to wear that on my shoulder. I've always took a lot of pride in myself and how I prepare. And I wanted everybody to know in the city of Chicago that I was there.
And here is Dunn after the three-pointer from AI. Over AI. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Well, I tell you, it's awesome, absolutely awesome to see Dunn work in his effective mid-range J. So sharp, so accurate, so timely.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Minnesota, trailing by 4. And the Timberwolves call time here.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And Orlando making a change here. These are the top distributors of the basketball for the last 10 games as shown on the 2K leaderboard. You look at AI, an uncommonly gifted passer leading the league in assists.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Now, here's Aldridge. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City. Sweetney, he's guarded by AI. And it's blocked.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender, long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Minnesota with the ball after the Magic pick up 2. Shot clock at 5. Here's Sweetney. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Bamba's got 8 rebounds in this game.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Kevin, your drive and attention to detail were phenomenal. How do you deal with rookies who were largely uninformed? They were maybe not as receptive to the attention to detail that the elite like you pursue.
Well, one of the things I would do if I saw a guy who wasn't as keen to detail as I was, I would pull him to the side. I would show him, some of the things I would see. I would get, some dialogue with him and what he was seeing, and then try to get him to see what I was seeing as far as the point I was making. And then, challenge him a little bit to be a little more present within certain things and then apply it. I don't believe in shouting. I don't believe in embarrassing someone. I like to always, grab some of the young guys because the young guys don't have all the confidence yet. So I'm trying to build confidence with the young guys. So,
Good point.
So
Good point.
when you get them one-on-one, you're able to, have an intimate conversation and they have full, they're
engaged.
They're engaged. They're talking to you.
Yes.
And that's what you want. So, with that, I've always found it better to go one-on-one to the side and find it to be a lot more efficient.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Sweetney, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Passed a little. Orlando moving the ball around. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for AI. Averaging 25 points per, 17 assists, and over 2.5 steals. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable. Oh, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
Here's Robbins, and again it's Orlando converting. Timberwolves trail by 6. Sweetney, he's guarded by AI. And Dedmon throws it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. Remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
Basket, good. Kev, talk about the characteristics needed to be a winner in this league?
Appetite. How much do you want this? Can you push through that pain right there? Are you going to dive on the floor? Are you going to do the small things? You know, are you going to double down? Are you going to be in the spot when you're supposed to, when you're supposed to be there? You know my bads. You know, all this goes into winning. And then you need a little luck. You do. And you need an appetite. You need 15 guys that's willing to push through anything at any moment. That's the difficult part of winning.
On the same page.
On the same page, all 15 thinking the same thing.
It sounds daunting.
Listen, people think that, oh, man, why can't you have 15? Because it's 15 guys thinking 15 totally different things. Yeah. And that's the difficult part of being a coach. That's what I'm saying. Being a coach is one of the hardest things to be because you got to take 15 perspectives and get them all in one and then go forward with the same velocity like you wanted to. It's frustrating.
They grabbed their own miss. Maxwell's shot is no good. Magic leading by 6. AI passes to Ojale. AI right side. Robbins. He's guarded by Maxwell. Pass to AI. Here's Robbins. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, you know, it's early for sure, but still, they're flat out owning this team right now.
Now here is Aldridge. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. Sweetney, he's guarded by AI. 4 on the clock. The fadeaway. Maxwell's shot is no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Ojale, that's good.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
And so it's the Orlando Magic looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height.
Thomas brings that fearlessness. Both teams deciding to change it up. Timberwolves trail by 14. And Kevin, you were drafted back in 1995, straight out of high school. You ever wonder how your career might have been different had you played some college basketball?
When I look at college, those are people that are going to, if not preparing themselves for something else. I was doing the same thing at a rapid rate, doing it through college.
Very accelerated rate.
Very accelerated rate. What people was getting in 4 years, I was probably getting in 6 months, if not 3 months, and had to understand and articulate it. Then I got to block out. I got to understand what all that is and how finance and economics work and how it affects me. And now I got to strategize from when I'm going to do certain business moves throughout this whole season and be able to talk to an owner and talk and negotiate and go back and forth within a certain timeline. This is all stuff that you don't get in a book. This is all on the ground. You got to learn it, and you got to have a passion for it. You can't sit back and let somebody do your job for you. You got to know what it is. But you're able to teach someone something is elite to me. So, you know.
And it was a process, and you enjoyed the process, though, right? Because you were a sponge. You absorbed so much as from a person watching you go through all this.
Kev, I'm a student.
Yeah.
And you know me. You've been knowing me since I was a kid. You saw my growth. You saw when I struggled. One thing about struggle, you always have a chance to do something about that. I like to think that in life you have a choice. You can, it's what you do and how you do it. And I've always wanted to be a person of quality. Always wanted to be a person of class. You know that. And I'm a professional, and I was taught that you don't get to pick and choose when you're a professional. And I like to think that I've learned through my mistakes and have applied the stuff that I've learned through my mistakes Some of the things I'm teaching these young guys, some of the things I'm talking to these young guys about is just simple experiences and how I messed up. And if I can do it over, I would do it like this. And if I can talk to, my parents, and I have parents like your parents, I would sit down and I would say this. Relating to these young guys, understanding these young guys, understanding, period, says a lot for everything, bro. That's what I've learned through all of this.
Unbelievable. Butler teamed with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Skal Labissiere, and it's done in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Raptors put on a show. He ended with 28 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Greg, something really stoked his fire. Man, there was no holding him back. And when a player is that locked in, you just got to sit back and enjoy the ride.
And the three-pointer becoming a bigger and bigger part of the NBA game. Kev, there's little doubt in my mind that had you worked on the three, taken that road, you would have been proficient at the three.
Oh, no, I can shoot threes.
Well, I know you can.
I can shoot threes. I just didn't shoot threes. And Doc was like, why don't you shoot the three? And I was like, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4. We got like 7 3-point shooters on here. The last thing we need, somebody has to rebound some of this, okay, Doc? Again, get off of me. I want you to shoot the three. I'm like, I'm not shooting three.
But he knew you could. And you know you could.
I knew, but listen, listen, know your strengths. And I always knew my strengths. And when I needed to hit a three, I would look over there like, oh, you happy? I hit a three, okay? Shoot another one. I'm like, no. I don't know what was wrong with me.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
They may have wished for more games against them. A definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Maxwell's checked in. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And even though they're down, I like the way they're pounding the ball inside. It's leading to a lot of points in the paint.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Orlando?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Timberwolves shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Orlando leading by 8. AI up top. Aldridge is covering. Hart kicks to AI. 17-foot shot on the way. Bamba. Wiggins right side. Ball's knocked loose. And the rejection by Towns.
A tremendous shot blocker in college, Kevin. Towns has packed that part of his game and brought it with him to the next level.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
And KG, I know you've got to run, but as always, you've always got a home here. Thanks for stopping by, and please come back.
Man, K-Hall, man, thank you. Thank 2K, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me through here, man. Anytime y'all need the guard, y'all let me know, man.
The best, Kevin Garnett. And Clark, you know, it's amazing. KG was the alpha dog as a player, and he just continues to carry that with him. That's who he is.
And, you know, I think that's who he will always be, too, Kevin. Seemed like he had the attributes of being a leader and grew into that even more as he was mentored by guys like Sam Mitchell and others. So he's the kind of guy with his personality, his charisma, his work ethic that others find it easy to look up to.
Pass to Maxwell. Outside, Towns. Fires the three. That shot is no good. His fifth miss now in 12 tries. To the left side wing. AI outside. And Bamba with the basket on the assist by AI. That's 10 points for Mohamed Bamba. So the Magic, their last game, a win against Toronto.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
And that did make things relatively easy for him. You know, it's nice to get a win and not have to work too hard for it.
And so it's the Orlando Magic going into the break with a 10-point lead.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew,
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after half. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. Clark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Natt was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
Boy, some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
So on the floor for Orlando, Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. AI is out there with Thomas, and it's Jones in at the small forward. Dunn kicks to Towns. And Bamba pulls it down.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And it's AI missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Dunn passes to Labissiere. From 15 feet away, and it's Wiggins missing. Magic leading by 9. AI dishes to Thomas. And another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
And it's Dunn penetrating. It's good. Dunn's got 5 points now this quarter.
Dunn is one of those stunning players with the ball. So many moves, so much speed, and that combination makes him one of my favorite guys to watch.
AI kicks to Bamba. AI passes to Jones. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Gordon. Good on the shot. Gordon's got 10.
Well, you've got to give Gordon the ball when he's down inside. I mean, he can really score it in there.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Outside, Towns. Back to Dunn. Inside. And Labissiere, the bucket on the assist from Dunn. And that's now 7 points for Skal Labissiere. AI kicks to Bamba. Back to AI. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. 12 points for him.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Wayne Dedman comes in for Towns. And it's Brown in for Wiggins. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Dunn. Passes to Dedmon. Now here's Labissiere. Defended by Gordon. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Taking advantage of space beyond the arc. Butler's long-range touch is a nice complement to his overall game.
Magic moving the ball around. Here's Robbins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, there haven't been many misses at the line for this group of players. This is how the shooting guards around the league stack up when it comes to free throw shooting in the past 10 games. Jimmy Butler, 4th.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the 2-guard ranks, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
Yeah, I don't care what their position is, guys. I mean, they deserve a bunch of credit for those numbers. Each one of them is just so clutch at the foul line.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Dunn dishes to Labissiere. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
5 to shoot. AI passes to Gordon. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Dunn kicks to Brown. Tries again, and he lays it up and in. Brown's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Timberwolves. AI in the post. Dunn covering. There's the pass to Labissiere. There's the dish to Brown. Back to Labissiere. Brown outside. That's a 2 from Butler. Knocks it loose.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And stolen by Dunn. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. AI with it. Now guarded by Dunn. And Labissiere sends it back. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 8-point game. He dishes it to Labissiere. Dunn outside. Just 5 on the clock. Butler on the wing. He's got 5. Here's Dedmon. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, I like seeing that toughness on the offensive glass. Did a nice job judging, anticipating where the miss was going, and then putting it back in. Nicely done.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as...
1:36 left in the third. Leaf passes to AI. In the corner, Bamba with it. They get a hand on it. And now the Timberwolves on the break for the lead. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Monday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
To the inside, Sweeten got a piece of it. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. They need this one. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right. They're happy with that shot.
Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Sue. Wiggins with the block.
Great read that time by Wiggins, anticipating the shot. Sends it out with return to sender postage.
Pass to Maxwell. Inside. Here's Towns. Good on the short little jump shot. Towns has got 16 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Good ball movement here by the Magic. AI outside. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Little. Off target with the fadeaway.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
3/4. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Maxwell is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Aldridge in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. They get it back. On the basket by Maxwell. Maxwell's got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
AI kicks to Leaf. AI left side. Leaf passes to AI. And Hart has it in the corner. Hits it from three-point range.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Outside Aldridge. Kicks it to Towns. And it's Orlando with the rebound. AI outside. Passes it to Leaf. And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Scal Labissière's checked in for Maxwell. And the Magic making a change here as well. Jones checked in for TJ Leaf. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Poked away and stolen by AI. There's the feed to Bamba. Shoots over Towns. No good from the low block. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. They trail by 1. Sweeten. He's guarded by AI. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A decent free throw shooter is Wiggins, trying to become more than that, though, given how often he gets himself to the line.
Both teams will make substitutions. And both free throws good for Wiggins. The Magic have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. AI can't hit.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Another miss by Minnesota.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Tipped away. Dunn attacking. It's tipped. Jones looking for an opening. And he's good on the 3 ball.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Here's Wiggins. Lays it up off the glass. Wiggins has got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Gordon. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And right now, Gordon is on a whole nother level now. I mean, he's not forcing anything. He's really letting the game come to him, and his shots are being taken right in rhythm.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Here's Towns. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Dunn. Outside Butler. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
So it's got like 3 layers of meats and cheeses, and then it's all bread.